Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon, or wherever you are. I need you to hear me. Not just listen, but hear me. Because what I'm about to tell you is simple, but it has the power to change everything. I will are two of the most powerful words in the human language. They separate those who wish from those who do, those who name from those who achieve. When a person says, I will, they are making a declaration, a promise to themselves and to the world that they are going to take action. It is not a passive phrase, it is an active commitment. It is a statement of certainty, of determination, of resolve. The moment someone utters these words with conviction, something inside them shifts. They move from hesitation to decision, from doubt to clarity, from fear to purpose. Many people spend their lives waiting for the right time, waiting for permission, waiting for the stars to align before they take action. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. There is no magical day when everything will be easy, when all obstacles will disappear, and when success will come effortlessly. The only moment that matters is right now. And the only thing that can break the cycle of hesitation is the decision to say, I will. Every great achievement in history, every story of success begins with someone making this choice. A young athlete wakes up before dawn and trains in the cold because he says, I will be the best. An entrepreneur works late into the night sacrificing comfort because she says, I will build my dream. A student studies harder than anyone else, not because it's easy, but because he has declared, I will succeed. I will force his movement. It eliminates the excuses that hold people back. The moment a person truly commits to an action, they stop searching for reasons why they can't do something and start finding ways to make it happen. The human mind is incredibly powerful. When it believes something is possible, it starts working to bring that vision to life. When someone says, I will, their brain no longer entertains doubt. Instead, it starts focusing on solutions, on opportunities, on the steps necessary to get from where they are to where they want to be. Fear loses its grip in the face of I will. Fear thrives in uncertainty, in hesitation, in overthinking. It grows stronger when a person stands still, unsure of what to do. But when someone declares I will, they disrupt that fear. They take control of their own mind. They decide that their goals are more important than their doubts. Fear may still be there, whispering its lies, but it no longer has the power to stop them. People who embrace I will don't wait for motivation to strike. They don't rely on inspiration to get started. They understand that action creates motivation, not the other way around. They know that the first step is always the hardest, but once they take it, momentum carries them forward. They take ownership of their lives instead of blaming circumstances. They refuse to be victims of their past, of their failures, of their setbacks. Instead, they say, I will rise, I will try again, I will not quit. The beauty of I will is that it doesn't require perfection. It doesn't mean that the road will be easy or that success will come overnight. It simply means commitment. It means persistence. It means showing up every single day regardless of how difficult things get. It means pushing through discomfort, through doubt, through fatigue. It means choosing progress over excuses, action over procrastination, faith over fear. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It's the ability to say, I will, and then follow through. It's to take that first step, to keep going even when it gets hard. To refuse to give up no matter what obstacles appear. It's about deciding deep in your soul that you are going to make it happen no matter what. I will is not just a phrase. It is a mindset. It is a way of living. It is the fuel that drives success, the foundation upon which all great accomplishments are built. And the best part, anyone can use it. Anyone can make the choice to say, I will. And the moment they do, their life begins to change. I will is more than just a declaration of intent. It is the foundation of resilience. It is the inner voice that refuses to break, the mindset that pushes forward when everything seems to be falling apart. Resilience is not about avoiding failure or hardship. It is about facing them head on, enduring them, and emerging stronger. When someone adopts the I will mentality, they develop the ability to withstand setbacks, adapt to challenges, and keep moving forward no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Life is unpredictable. It will test you in ways you never imagined. You will face rejection, disappointment, and failure. There will be days when nothing seems to go right, when the weight of your struggles feels unbearable. In those moments, many people give in. They surrender to self-doubt, to fear, to the temptation of quitting. But the ones who succeed, the ones who rise above their circumstances, are the ones who say, I will keep going. Resilience is built in the moments of struggle. It is not something that people are born with. It is something that is forged in the fire of adversity. Every time a person refuses to give up, they become stronger. Every time they push through difficulty instead of backing down, they reinforce their ability to endure. When someone commits to an I will mindset, they are training themselves to face hardship with determination rather than despair. Pain and failure are inevitable, but suffering is a choice. People with a strong I will mentality understand that setbacks are temporary. They do not allow a single failure to define them. They do not let one bad day turn into a bad week, a bad month, or a bad life. Instead, they use their hardships as fuel. They learn from their mistakes, adjust their strategies, and keep moving forward. They understand that resilience is not about being unbreakable, it is about being unshakable in the face of adversity. There are countless stories of people who have faced overwhelming challenges and refused to give up. Athletes who lost everything to injury but fought their way back. Entrepreneurs who failed multiple times before finally succeeding. People who suffered loss, heartbreak, or tragedy but refused to let it define them. The common thread in all of these stories is resilience. It is the unwavering belief that no matter what happens, they will rise again. They do not wait for circumstances to improve. They take control of their own destiny. They say, I will overcome this, and they prove themselves right. Resilience also means embracing discomfort. Growth does not happen in comfort zones. The strongest individuals are the ones who willingly put themselves in difficult situations, who challenge themselves beyond their limits. They understand that struggle is a necessary part of progress. They do not look for the easy path, they look for the right path. And when obstacles appear, they do not see them as reasons to stop. Instead, they see them as opportunities to grow stronger, to become better, to build even more resilience. The I will mindset also eliminates excuses. It is easy to justify quitting. It is easy to say this is too hard or I wasn't meant for this. But those who truly embody resilience refuse to accept excuses. They do not wait for motivation, for the perfect conditions, or for someone to save them. They take responsibility for their own success. They say, no matter how many times I fail, I will try again. That level of persistence is what separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck. At its core, resilience is about belief in oneself, belief in the process, belief that no matter what happens, there is always a way forward. The people who achieve greatness in any field are not necessarily the most talented or the most intelligent. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who get knocked down and stand back up time and time again. They are the ones who face life's toughest challenges and respond with two simple words, I will. Fear is the invisible chain that holds people back from achieving their full potential. It whispers doubts, magnifies obstacles, and convinces people to stay within their comfort zones. Fear stops dreams before they even begin, making people question their abilities, their worth, and their chances of success. But there is a way to break free from fear's grip. And it starts with two simple words, I will. I will is the antidote to fear because it forces action. Fear thrives on hesitation, feeding off uncertainty and doubt. The longer someone waits, the more fear grows, gaining strength with every second of indecision. But the moment a person declares, I will, something shifts. That hesitation is replaced with movement, and movement is the one thing fear cannot survive. When a person commits to action, no matter how small, fear begins to lose its power. Fear is not real in the sense that it can physically stop someone. It exists only in the mind, built on what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. Most of the time, the things people fear never even happen. They fear failure, but failure is just a lesson. They fear judgment, but most people are too focused on themselves to care. They fear discomfort, but discomfort is the birthplace of growth. The only way to expose fear for the illusion that it is to face it head on. That is what I will does. It forces a person to move despite their fear, and in doing so, they realize fear was never as powerful as they once believed. Every person who has ever accomplished something great had to battle fear. The athlete who steps onto the field in front of thousands of people. The entrepreneur who invests everything into a risky business venture. The artist who shares their work with the world, uncertain of how it will be received. They all feel fear. The difference is they do not let it stop them. Instead of saying, what if I fail? They say, I will try anyway. Instead of saying, what if people judge me? They say, I will not let their opinions define me. Instead of saying, what if I'm not good enough? They say, I will become better. Fear loves comfort zones because nothing grows there. It wants people to stay where it is safe, where there is no risk of failure, no chance of embarrassment, no pain of rejection. But that is also where dreams die. Everything a person wants, their goals, their success, their best version of themselves exists on the other side of fear. The only way to reach it is by pushing through, by saying, I will not let fear control me. The beauty of I will is that it does not require someone to be fearless. It only requires them to be brave enough to take the first step. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. The first time a person does something new, fear will be there. The first time they step outside their comfort zone, fear will try to hold them back. But if they take action anyway, if they declare I will, they prove to themselves that fear is just a test one they are capable of passing. Every time a person faces their fear, it loses power over them. Every time they act despite their doubts, they become stronger. What once seemed impossible starts to feel achievable. What once scared them becomes normal. They realize that the worst case scenario they feared so much was never as bad as they imagined. And soon they start to develop a new mindset, one that no longer asks, what if I fail? But instead declares, I will succeed. Fear is the enemy of progress, but it can be defeated. It cannot survive in the presence of action, and it cannot control someone who has decided to take control of their own life. The key to breaking fear is to stop waiting, stop overthinking, and stop letting doubts win. It is to stand up, take a deep breath, and say with conviction, I will. And once those words are spoken, fear has no choice but to step aside. Doubt is one of the greatest obstacles on the path to success. It comes from all directions: family, friends, society, and even from within. People will tell you that you can't do it, that you're not smart enough, strong enough, or talented enough. Some will doubt you because they don't believe in you, while others will doubt you because they never had the courage to chase their own dreams. But the most powerful response to doubters isn't arguing, explaining, or seeking validation. It's action. It's looking them in the eye, whether literally or in your mind, and saying two words, I will. Doubt is an opinion, not a fact. It is someone else's perception of what is possible, often based on their own fears, failures, and limitations. But just because someone else believes something is impossible does not mean it is. History is filled with stories of people who were told they would never make it, only to rise above the criticism and prove everyone wrong. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, luck, or privilege. It is the mindset of I will. When people doubt you, they are testing your belief in yourself. They are asking, without realizing it, how badly do you want this? If a few negative words are enough to stop you, then you were never fully committed in the first place. But if you can stand firm, if you can hear the doubt and keep moving forward, you show not only them but also yourself that your determination is stronger than their disbelief. Doubters are everywhere. They will question your dreams, criticize your efforts, and remind you of every reason why you might fail. Some will do it out of jealousy because your ambition makes them uncomfortable. Some will do it because they think they're protecting you from disappointment. But none of them have the right to define your limits. They are speaking from their own perspective, their own experiences, and their own fears. They don't know your strength. They don't know your potential. And they certainly don't get to decide what you can or cannot achieve. The best response to doubt is progress. It's waking up earlier, working harder, and staying focused when others expect you to give up. It's refusing to quit even when things get tough, even when failure seems inevitable, even when the doubters' voices grow louder. The more you push forward, the quieter their words become until one day they have nothing left to say. Success is the loudest answer to doubt. When you prove doubters wrong, you don't just change their opinions, you change the way they see you. The same people who once laughed at your dreams will start asking how you did it. The same people who doubted you will suddenly want your advice. And while it may be tempting to rub your success in their faces, the real victory isn't in proving them wrong, it's in proving yourself right. The greatest doubter you will ever face is the one inside your own mind. Self-doubt is the most dangerous enemy because it doesn't just come from the outside world, it lives within you. It whispers when you fail. It grows louder when you struggle. It tries to convince you that the doubters were right. But that is the moment you need to say, I will rise, I will push through. I will not let doubt win. The truth is, most people who doubt you aren't really doubting you, they are projecting their own fears onto you. They are afraid to take risks, so they tell you that your risks won't work. They have settled for less, so they tell you that your dreams are too big. But just because they have given up on their own greatness does not mean you have to give up on yours. Doubt is just noise. It has no power unless you give it power. The only thing that matters is your belief in yourself, your willingness to keep going, and your commitment to proving through action, not words that you are capable of more than anyone ever imagined. And when you finally reach your goal, when you stand at the top and look back at all the people who said you couldn't do it, you won't need to say a thing. Your success will say it for you. Dreams are powerful. They ignite passion, fuel ambition, and inspire people to imagine a better future. But dreams alone are not enough. They remain nothing more than wishes until they are backed by action. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve is captured in two simple words, I will. I will is the bridge between desire and reality. It transforms vague hopes into concrete steps. Many people spend their lives saying, I wish I could, or I hope one day, but those words hold no real weight. They keep dreams at a distance, making them feel like something that might happen if the circumstances are right. I will changes everything. It is a commitment, a declaration that says, I am going to make this happen no matter what. Every great success story begins with a dream, but behind that dream there is always someone who made the choice to act. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They didn't wait for motivation to strike. They simply decided that they were going to make it happen. Whether it was an athlete training every morning before the sun rose, an entrepreneur working long nights to build a business, or an artist creating despite rejection, every breakthrough was fueled by the mindset of I will. Turning dreams into reality requires persistence. The path is never easy and setbacks are inevitable. Many people give up at the first sign of difficulty, believing that obstacles mean their dream wasn't meant to be. But those who truly live by I will see challenges differently, they understand that every road to success is filled with failures, rejections, and struggles. Instead of stopping, they adjust. Instead of quitting, they push forward. The world is full of people who had dreams but never pursued them. They let fear, doubt, and excuses keep them stuck in the same place. They talk about what they could have done, what they should have done, but they never took the steps to make it real. And then there are those who decided differently, those who refused to settle for anything less than the life they envisioned. The only thing that separates these two types of people is the willingness to say, I will, and follow through. Dreams require sacrifice. Achieving anything worthwhile means giving up comfort, pushing past limits, and dedicating time and effort that others are not willing to give. It means waking up earlier, working harder, and staying disciplined when others lose focus. It means choosing progress over excuses and action over procrastination. The moment someone fully commits to their dream, they stop making excuses and start making progress. One of the biggest reasons people fail to achieve their dreams is because they are waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, or the right feeling. But the truth is, the perfect moment never comes. Those who succeed don't wait for things to be easy. They take action despite the difficulties. They don't sit around hoping for a miracle. They create their own opportunities. The power of I will is that it turns ideas into execution. It eliminates doubt and replaces it with determination. It silences fear and amplifies belief. It reminds a person that they are in control of their destiny, that their dreams are within reach if they are willing to work for them. No dream is too big when backed by relentless effort. No goal is too far when pursued with unwavering commitment. Everything great that has ever been achieved started with a decision, someone choosing to take action, someone refusing to let their dream stay a dream. And that choice begins with two words, I will. There is no perfect moment to start. There is no ideal day, no magic sign from the universe that will tell you when it's time to begin. The only time that truly exists is now, and the only words that can turn hesitation into momentum are two simple ones, I will. Too many people wait. They wait for motivation, for confidence, for the right circumstances. They tell themselves they'll start when they have more time, when they have more money, when they feel ready. But waiting is a trap. It keeps people stuck in the same cycle, always hoping, always planning, but never taking action. The truth is, there will always be reasons to delay. Life will always be busy, challenges will always exist, and doubts will always creep in. But those who achieve their dreams do not wait. They decide. They say, I will start now. The biggest enemy of success is procrastination. Every day that passes without action is a day wasted. The people who make things happen in life are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who take the first step, no matter how small. They don't wait for the perfect conditions because they understand that action creates its own momentum. The moment you say, I will, and follow through, you start building confidence, experience, and progress. And once you start moving, everything changes. Excuses are easy. It's easy to say, I'll do it tomorrow. It's easy to blame circumstances, to say, I don't have enough resources or I don't have enough experience. But the reality is, most successful people didn't start with everything they needed. They didn't wait until they had all the answers. They started with what they had, where they were, and figured it out along the way. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that successful people say, I will start now and I will find a way. Starting now doesn't mean having everything figured out. It doesn't mean being fearless or fully prepared. It simply means taking the first step. It could be as small as writing down a goal, making a phone call, signing up for a class, or taking action on something you've been putting off. The first step is always the hardest, but once it is taken, the next one becomes easier. People often overestimate what they can do in a day, but underestimate what they can accomplish over time with consistent effort. The key is not to do everything at once, it's to start. Even small daily actions add up to massive results over time. One workout today leads to a healthier body months from now. 1 hour of practice today leads to mastery years from now. One bold decision today can set your entire life on a new path. But none of that happens unless you take action now. Fear is another reason people delay starting. They fear failure, rejection, or not being good enough. But the longer you wait, the bigger that fear grows. The only way to shrink fear is to face it. And the only way to face it is to start. Every step forward builds strength, and every action taken weakens doubt. The moment you say, I will, and act on it, you prove to yourself that fear doesn't control you, you control it. The reality is life does not wait. Time moves forward whether you take action or not. The difference is those who say, I will start now, shape their future, while those who wait are shaped by whatever life throws at them. The power to create change, to build a better life, and to reach your full potential lies in the decision to begin. No more waiting, no more excuses, no more hesitation. The time is now. The words are simple. Say them, mean them, and act on them, I will. No more waiting, no more hesitation. No more wondering what if. The power to change, to grow, and to succeed is already in your hands. It's not about tomorrow, next week, or some distant future. It's about right now. The decision is yours, and the words are simple. Say them, believe them, and act on them. I will.